Hey, if you're looking at this video, you're a really good friend of mine who probably doesn't live in Houston. One of the things you know about me as my good friend is that I'm always involved in something. And for about 25 years now, I've been consistently involved with the Northeast Family YMCA, which is the Y that services the neighborhood where I grew up. I've always felt pretty good about what I've been able to do for the Y, but then that George Zimmerman verdict came down, and I started feeling vulnerable, and I started to question whether what I was doing could make a difference. I couldn't let that kind of negativity take root in my spirit, so what I decided to do was to volunteer to be the annual campaign chair for the Northeast Family YMCA for this year and for next year. Now, I'm not going to go off on too many tangents, but I do want to give you a little story about why I know what we do for kids makes a difference. You may have heard me talk about my little friend, Chantrice. Chantrice today is a grown woman with a husband and kids and a good job, and she's doing well. But when Chantrice was like 6th grade through 9th grade, she was a really troubled kid and in need of a lot of discipline, and most of all in need of a lot of love and attention. And I was one of the people involved with Chantrice. So one day her grandmother asked me to, she was raised by her grandmother, and she asked me to take her to high school orientation for gifted kids. Now Chantrice was gifted for sure, but she was such a discipline problem that there is no way she would have ever gotten into this school. But in any event, she didn't want to go to the orientation, so she had that awful attitude. She was disruptive, unruly at the orientation. It was a cold morning, so we all had on like jeans and coats, and there were kids there with their parents or with adults. One little boy there I will never forget. He stood out. He had on a white shirt, black pants, and you could tell he'd made an effort to look, because it was a special event, so he was trying to look special or trying to look appropriate to the event, but he really did look shabby. As we left, we drove by him. He was standing at the bus stop by himself. Here was a kid who had enough initiative and had a dream to better his life such that he had caught a bus across town early in the morning in the cold, and like I said, my recollection is he didn't even have on a coat. As we passed him, I thought, that's a kid that needs just a little bit of help. But I did not stop to give him that help. And that was a missed opportunity for me to help somebody, and it may have been a missed opportunity for him. I can only hope that some adult stepped in the gap to help him achieve his goals. That's what the YMCA does. We step in the gap to help families, and with an emphasis on kids and seniors, to take advantage of opportunities that they don't have the financial wherewithal to take advantage of on their own. 100% of the money we raise goes to the programs. We don't pay administrative expenses out of this money. So for example, if you have a kid who's into community events, aware of politics, aware of what's going on around them, that may be a kid with leadership skills that need to be honed. The YMCA can financially afford to send that kid to a leadership camp. In my estimation, every kid needs to learn how to swim or know water safety. The YMCA and gifts given to the YMCA will help support that family such that they can afford, we will subsidize those swim lessons. For seniors, you have a lot of senior citizens sitting at home alone because they can't afford to get out and exercise or get out and go on field trips. We do that sort of thing. That is what we specialize in. Building strong families, which lead to strong communities. And I'm not even going to go off on a tangent about why we need strong communities today. All I'm going to do is ask you to help financially, however you feel moved to help. If I set this thing up correctly, I think electronically you can give anywhere from $25 on up. If you'd prefer to send a check, you can send it to the Northeast Family YMCA, 7901 Tidwell, Tidwell Road, Houston, Texas, 77028. I know you're busy because I'm busy. I got to get out of here and go to work. But I'd like you, and because you're busy, I'd like you to take a moment to do it now and not put it off. On behalf of the kids, the families, the seniors at the Northeast Family YMCA, thank you so much. If you have any questions, call me, 281-381-0196. I'm trying to think of everything I need to say. Love you. Thank you. Oh, I know what I need to say. One last thing I have to say is this video is not doing justice to my new hairstyle because it really is cute. All right, I gotta go. Bye.